Gemini, welcome in, welcome back. My name is Millie. This is the Ghost Bride Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. Welcome into your monthly reading. Cancer, the way that we're going to run through this one for you guys is we're going to run through some channel messages that my team and I have pulled through for you. And then we will move into your tarot portion. Now, when we do your tarot, we'll do like just a general life and then a general love portion. And then if you guys want something to do around career, you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Okay, so your energy is like, the biggest message that I've got for you guys this month, Cancer, is forge, don't follow. Yeah, be courageous. There's this really strong energy around you guys, like, okay, so the way that Spirit's presenting it to me is like there's something that you're either doing, undertaking, or have recently learned that has now emboldened you, yeah? And this higher level of education or learning has now set you onto a path, yeah? This path requires some form of courage, some form of bravery in order for you to be successful. And you are like very much on that pathway from what I can see, but you may be feeling like you need a little bit of support, or you would like some help, or there's something that's just a little bit, you know, you're not 100% stoked with the way that things are going. You may be lacking a little bit of courage is what Spirit's saying. Spirit's saying as well at this point in time, like the biggest message along with that forge, don't follow, is trust your journey. Yeah, Spirit is taking you by the hand. Some of you literally leading you by the hand down a certain pathway, and you want to follow, but there is a sense of trepidation or fear or like, yeah, something around that. Spirit saying success and triumph are your birthright. Remember that. Yeah, we all are put on this planet to learn and to go through trials and tribulations, but also to experience triumph and success. And the way that this is coming through is like perhaps maybe some of you are nervous about the success that may come following whatever this is, or the responsibility of whatever this is for some of you. There's a lot coming through around interchangeable roles for you guys this month, and like that teaching and learning piece is coming through now. Spirit saying it's about the journey, not the destination. So honor your path in whatever, you know, to get back into that beginner's mindset is a beautiful place to be in any given capacity, yeah? The way that this is coming through with those interchangeable roles is like that follower and leader thing. Like in all relationships, those two roles are interchangeable, yeah? So try to have a sense of flexibility, Spirit's saying. Yeah, and just trust in the twists and turns that are presenting themselves, because it does feel like you guys are very much like on a journey, Spirit's saying. Okay, moving into, so I was getting all this stuff around like small planes for you guys. Yeah, so some of you guys may be traveling to like a really remote place or something like that. Then I was hearing something around a pilot and mountains, yeah? And now I'm hearing seabirds. All right, I was also getting something about this Sea Melodies deck. So let's just pull a card from that. And then I was getting something around 5:40 p.m. and 5:50 p.m. So something like in that 10-minute period, whenever you watch this video, set an alarm for that, because there's something around like pay attention at that time. And then the first card at the bottom of the deck here is opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. Is there anything else that you'd like me to see for Cancer at the moment in the channel messages, please, Spirit? Okay. Patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. So there is something around like that, learning to like, Spirit saying read the environment, like something around. Now, Spirit's showing me, you know, when you're at the beach and there's like a set of waves rolling in and you dive underneath them, like you have to time that dive perfectly is what Spirit's saying. Okay. Yeah, see, and then we did get like the word sirens here, yeah, and then it says here prudence, don't be lured by the siren song. So yeah, take that as it resonates, Cancer, but there is a lot of stuff around yeah, like mermaids and things for you guys. All right, so stuff this month that might just randomly pop up for you, and just take these things as a confirmation as they come through, yeah, that like you are on the right path or whatever. I'm getting stuff around finding glitter. I'm also getting stuff around like purple material, particularly velvet, but it doesn't have to be. Stuff around bananas. I was hearing stuff around Haiti, or like Haitian people. Something around a music box, like one of those, those like jewelry boxes, and when you open it up, it has like a ballerina and then it plays music as she dances. So there's something around a music box. Something also, right, coming up for you guys around cold feet this month. Now, this could be like figurative or literal, yeah, but there is something around cold feet coming through for you guys, and something around the lawnmower as well, or like a garden. All right, so something as well around you guys like really valuing your solitude at the moment, and like really having to like carve out little moments for yourself where you can have like that quality time on your own, yeah, like really being like valuing that those moments of solitude. You may be struggling to find them, is now what Spirit's saying. All right, so I was also, there was a couple of songs that were coming through for you guys. Oh, also something around lily pads before we get into that. So there are a few songs coming through for you guys. So I was Heard It on the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye. And then I was also hearing a lot of Bob Marley songs, particularly that Three Little Birds. And now I'm hearing No Worry, No Cry. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around like Spirit saying black male singers. That is what they're saying to me. And then I also got Perfect Day by Lou Reed. Like it's been nonstop ever since I started tapping into your energy, Cancer. So there is something around like, see, and it is like a gorgeous day here. It's like the most perfect winter day ever. So there is something about like a beautiful day that's coming through for you guys. So yeah, this month feels nice for you guys. There is a lot of stuff coming through around you guys releasing and purging this month, and that could also be part of that like trusting in the journey piece that we got in the beginning. Yeah, there is a lot coming through around like the past returning for a lot of people at the moment. I don't really know what the planets are doing. Yeah, I kind of pride myself on not being educated about it, because I like it when what Spirit tells me just matches up with what my astrologist tells me. But there is some kind of like past thing coming through at the moment, and it's coming through quite heavily. So pay attention to that as that arises for you, and try not to fight it or resist it. Rather just like be accepting and be curious about like what is this trying to teach you, or what is re-emerging for you that needs to be paid attention to in some way, shape or form. Take your time with that. I am seeing something around a major pivot point, and like for some of us the pivot point has already occurred, or like we're very aware of it. For others it does feel like it's going to be something that comes like out of left field. Spirit saying left wing, something about this is going to be like an elevation, yeah, and like a releasing of something that has perhaps been a burden to you, or like a strain or a stress on you in some way, shape or form. So yeah, pay attention with like the releasing piece, and then also like going back to that education and the learning part, like what are your emotions and experiences trying to teach you, and how can you utilize them to the best of your ability in order to become a better person, or Spirit saying for it not to have been in vain. Okay, something about a Latin quote, or a Latin quote that's a tattoo. Yeah, you could have a tattoo in a different language or something like that. There is something around like a Latin quote, and then I was specifically hearing something around a tattoo for you guys. I'm also getting something around like a specific ring, like a very important ring coming through for you guys. And I actually feel like you guys may have got this last month, but they were they were insistent about me putting it in. For some of you guys, it's going to be a pinky ring, and there's like a very, very deep emotional attachment to whatever item this is. Um, Something around cameras this month coming through for you guys, and then also something around like needing new technology or some kind of like technological upgrade that's happening. I'm getting stuff for you guys. Right, so there is something around the throat chakra coming through for you guys this month of Cancer, and it feels like Spirit saying for some of you, you're like biting at the bit to say something or do something, and then there's like this hesitation piece that's coming up or arising, or like maybe there's an anticipation because it's not the right time. Like there is something around this that's connected like very strongly to the throat chakra. Spirit saying something to me around blueberries and blue lotus. So utilize those really blue natural elements that you can find to support your throat chakra. And then also Spirit saying something around singing as well. All right, I'm getting stuff around blue skies, baby, and like this cleaning house energy is coming through and like making space for new. Some of you are like getting new furniture or homewares, and then we got at the beginning like there's this real homemaker energy coming through. Like I'm seeing like a spring clean, and it's the big like it's winter here, but there is like this really spring clean energy coming through. And then I'm getting stuff around like being on cloud nine. Yeah, so if you're not on cloud nine, there is going to be a few points this month where you really feel like you're on fucking cloud nine, like things are going to be really, really happy for you guys. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to experience these really high peaks of happiness, because it feels like you guys have worked really hard with this learning and education piece. It does feel like, particularly with that Spirit is taking you by the hand at the beginning, like maybe there has been like some deep personal journey that you've undertaken or are currently still undertaking, and it does feel like, yeah, the forge don't follow is coming through again. So be brave, be courageous, be bold in your endeavors is what Spirit's saying, and I do see this coming through for you guys. There is something coming full circle for you guys from, and the only clues that I've got for this is the period of like the 13th to the 18th of April, something around like the end of a stagnant period, right? So pay attention to that. Something around your neighbour is going to be significant this month. And then I'm also getting stuff around like flannelette. And it was just flannelette like jackets, but now I'm seeing like flannelette pants, flannelette bedding. Like there's a lot about like warmth and flannel. So yeah, that's coming through. And if you're Australian, that will probably resonate quite strongly for you. Something this month around like two worlds collide, yeah. And it is bringing me to, I'm hearing the word sensei. So I do feel like some of you guys have like learned something or are learning something. Maybe it's like something that's, the way that Spirit's presenting it to me is like this bravery and courage piece could be that it's something that's like culturally different, or like you're learning something that's like a little bit scary or perhaps taboo. Like there is something that, okay, yeah, okay. Thank you, Spirit. I got that. Right. So they were also saying the word to me, right? I keep hearing cyst, like CIST, and it's not Y, it's CIST. And the way that they were saying it to me is like jobs that end in cyst. Yeah, so like physicist, lyricist, exorcist. What else did we have? There was a few, right? Let's get these up because it was super interesting to me the way that it came through. Excuse me a moment, Cancer, while I find this. So, yeah, job titles that end. Right, so yes, so there's things like, no, we want cyst at the end. Excuse me, sorry, I've just turned my phone back on. All right, so there's things like publicist, biblicist, vorticist, eroticist, things like that, yeah? And then I had looked up what does the word cyst mean, and it means something about, I will find it, excuse me, cancer. Right, so it was something about, all right, let's do the cyst definition. Yeah, so an ancient coffin or burial chamber made from stone or a hollowed tree. Yeah. And then the number 2 in the dictionary definition is a box used in ancient Greece for sacred utensils. So there is something coming up around that for you guys. Which again, like maybe that's that two worlds collide piece where like this is like something that's just like spirit saying earth shattering for you guys. I am seeing stuff around rabbit holes and like you guys like going like head first down many rabbit holes this month. I am hearing a connection to the Taurus reading with that, and then also with the Sagittarius reading from last cycle, which was called Ugly Duckling or Beautiful Black Swan. So check those two readings out if they call to you in any way. There is a lot of stuff around like kindred souls coming through. Like I'm seeing the Sun card here for you guys. So a lot of happiness coming through in this next cycle. And I am hearing stuff around like roaring oceans. So your last kind of messages were mindset is key. Yeah. So pay attention to your mindset and try to be positive without gaslighting yourself. Yeah. If you're doing that, I don't know what they call it. Toxic positivity, I think they call it. Yeah, don't gaslight yourself. Like if you're feeling sad, be sad. If you're feeling tired, be tired. If you're feeling happy, be happy. Yeah. Try to not, don't allow the mind to become the master. Use the mind as a tool rather than allowing for it to become the leader or be in the driver's seat. There is something about triangular shapes coming through for you guys this month, like specifically triangular shapes. Like I get a lot of geometric shapes and things like that, but for you guys it was triangular shapes. Spirit saying perpendicular. Is that a word? I'm not sure if I'm hearing that word properly. Cancer, you'll have to excuse me with that one. Something around keys this month is important, and then also something around like keeping a calendar or a diary and like being really quite busy but organized within that space. Yeah, so that feels really good for you guys. Also some stuff around like the importance of grounding. So remember how important the earth is in supporting your body, spirit, soul, etc., your mind as well. Spirit saying don't forget how beneficial it is for the mind when you go outside, sit in the sun, put your face in direct sunlight, put your feet bare on the ground, smell the ocean. Things like that are really, really beneficial and will be of huge benefit for you guys, particularly those of you that are Spirit saying for those of you that are dealing with some kind of like upset or rumor with this heard it on the grapevine thing, and then also for those of you that are needing this like a boost of courage for this forge don't follow message that we got in the beginning. You guys got this again last month, so there is something around like an illumination coming through for you guys with the 1818. I just got on the confirmation timer, and then there's something as well that the connection to the Taurus reading now actually feels like it's connected to they're keeping some kind of emotional secret, and that feels like that could potentially be what's happening here for you guys. Spirit is saying bravery is applauded and rewarded, so remember that, and like any steps that you take in a positive direction for yourself will be supported by the universe, so trust in that, and that is a beautiful message. So I'm not entirely sure if I said it, something about Rihanna, that singer. And then we got there is a lot about like dark-skinned artist. There is, and I was actually hearing something about the arts as I was coming in, and I forgot to write it down. All right, so there's a couple of names for you guys. So we've got Gary Allen, and then we also had Ethan, Abby, Alice, Kenny, Jade, Jess, and Nathan. And then, that music box message is also in the Taurus reading. So check that one out if that does resonate with you guys. And then Spirit is also saying something about the dream result reading, which is a Gemini reading. So yeah, go to whatever calls to you. I generally don't let the sun signs stop me. If I feel called to a reading, I will just go and watch whatever I feel like watching. So do whatever you guys want to do. Use your discernment and trust in yourself, trust in the process. The color red's going to be important for you guys this month. I am hearing a lot of stuff about like the sacral chakra and the root chakra and supporting those things. There is a lot of stuff around like chakra support for you guys this month. So you may be doing a lot of that, or you may be needing to utilize those energies to support yourself through the next cycle. I would definitely pay attention to the sound of seabirds, spirit saying, but also any small planes. Yeah, if you're not going on a small plane and you see a small plane, or just pay attention to the small planes. And that's all we had in the way of your channeled messages, my darlings. I don't think we skipped or missed anything. Yeah, the flannelette thing is coming through again, and now Spirit's saying the red flannel. So keep your eye out for that. And again, the 5:50 p.m. thing, or the 55 thing. So big changes are coming through for you guys. So yeah, there is a nice little message coming through around that. So what we might do to begin your reading, Cancer, we fucking breezed through your messages. We're only 20 minutes in. All right, so we're going to do some angel number messages for you guys. We might just start with 1 or 2, then we'll move into the tea leaves. Okay, so 44, your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. Number 44, I am supported. What else do they need to see? What else do I need to see for Cancer? All right, this need to shuffle properly. Better if I can't see the cards, because I don't want to look at them all. Alright. Show me what I need to see for Cancer. Alright, so just one. Okay. Spirit saying not these 3, just one more. Okay. So 555. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your past direction. Be open and stay positive. 29, you are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. And then 13, you're a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. You are confident. So they're really nice messages coming through in support of whatever it is that you're trying to do here, and particularly this major shift that's going to come into play for you guys. And there is like a strong sense of encouragement from the universe. Yeah, so 44 and 50, 555 or 55 are going to like really be like your major numbers here in this cycle, Cancer. What else do we want for them? Okay, so Spirit wants some tea leaves for you guys. Spirit's as well saying like there is something that you've recently released that you're like quite proud of as well. So whether or not there was like some like friction or hesitation or reservation towards doing something, it does feel like whatever you're releasing at the moment, you are making like you're clearing the path for new. Yeah, so you've got the pineapple, and I was actually getting this as I was coming through. So something about a reconciliation coming through for you guys, and something about the lily here with spiritual love. With the tiger, we've got doing something risky, taking a chance. The caterpillar is saying things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Something around a clue from February. So check that as well with that full circle thing. I'm hearing February, like February 10, 11, something around that time. Feb 10, 11. So with that full circle moment, check on that as well. And then sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start, and then dog close up. pleasure with a close friend. So there is something really nice coming through for you guys around like perhaps being, for some of, like, the past returns messages coming through. For some of you guys, there is going to be like a reconciliation or something like really happy with someone from the past. For others of you, this major shift that's coming into play, it will be like either past life stuff coming back up, and take that as it resonates, take it or leave it, whether or not you believe in past lives, or it will be something that's like showing up in a different form that you've like ignored in the past. Yeah, and pay attention to that, because we will receive the same messages over and over until we kind of get it, is what Spirit's saying. And that's nice. Something around like persistence and like diligence and like all of, yeah, they're saying some stuff. All right, stuff around love and February. So maybe something around like Valentine's Day as well for you guys is going to be significant or coming up now. And we did get that red in the love card, is like got all these red flowers on it. So that's nice for you guys. All right, let's move into your tarot and see what's going on. Let's kick it old school and do internal, external, and then we'll go a layer deeper with heart space and then external relationships, shall we? Because yeah, you guys are like, you're feeling quite good. Like it's quite, your energy's quite lush as I'm sitting here. The lilies are important and the roses. And something around like sunrise, like maybe like you guys are needing to like arise at sunrise, or like you should, like there is a call for you guys to go and watch the sunrise is what Spirit's saying. Yeah, it does feel nice. What are we going to use? Excuse me while I try and pick a deck. What do I want? Okay, the witches. Okay. All right, so something around angelic guidance, yeah? And we did actually get that in the channel messages, didn't we? We got Spirit is taking you by the hand. So be bold and courageous and like trust in your soul's journey to lead you down any pathways that you need to traverse down. There is something around like this, doing something risky and taking a chance, that's really significant for you guys. So if that is you, like, yeah, be confident in your endeavors, be optimistic, even Spirit's saying, like have a positive attitude. That mindset is key, was in the channel messages, wasn't it? All right, so show me internal for Cancer and then external. See the shift, there's that big shift. Okay, so internally, you're still having some kind of discrepancy. There's something that you're trying to work through. There's something that perhaps you don't really understand in its entirety. Something that's still yet to be reconciled internally as far as you're concerned. This does feel like it's very much related to like relationships and other people that you very much care about. Maybe it's in regards to a move that you've made already. Yeah, internally there's a disruption. Internally you feel like things aren't, there's a clash, is what Spirit's saying. It's a head and a heart clash. There is a reading called Head versus Heart, Divine Detour. That may have even been you guys last month. Check that reading out if this part resonates with you guys. Spirit's bringing that through for a reason. Something around the pineapple and like things being prickly, right? So this internal, show me that. No, that's too many. All right, the way that Spirit's presenting this is like you're having, excuse me, Cancer, you're having an issue prioritizing yourself. From what I can see, you may be allowing other people that you very much care about to then become more important than your own personal endeavors, or perhaps they're preventing you from feeling a sense of confidence in moving forward. There is something very strongly connected to your internal disruption and the people that you very deeply care about. Okay, so the way that it's coming through for me, Cancer, is like internally there is a move that you would like to make. There is something that you want to do. There's something that you're going to be quite successful at like the achievement will be successful is what Spirit's saying. But it does disrupt something or someone else external to you, right? Externally, I think for a lot of you, you've already made the move or you know exactly what that move is going to be. And I don't actually see you like having any hesitation around doing it. With the Six of Swords and the Death card, I see you going ahead with that with full force and knowing that that's the right path for you. Almost Spirit saying for some of you it's inevitable. I think the issue that's presenting externally and particularly how that's affecting you internally is that it's creating some kind of external like disruption that affects other people. There is something around this that's affecting other people and it may be upsetting to you that you bear the responsibility of it, or it may be upsetting to them for a time until they can have a deeper understanding of why you've had to move in this way. I do see the reconciliation piece here being really important and really quite connected to this Tower and the Death card, yeah? So whatever's changed, or maybe for some of you, you've moved into a reconciliation and then there's someone else who's upset about it. What I'm seeing here for you guys, though, is like an immediate success, and it does feel like maybe it was a more successful outcome than what you thought was even possible or something like that. And whether or not that's here yet or being yet to be appreciated or accepted by other people externally, there is something around this that's been quite successful, yeah, or will be quite successful. So this whole forge, don't follow piece, it does make a lot of sense now as we tap into your reading, because it's like, you are making the right moves and you're confident. Like in this Six of Swords, this man's on his own in the boat. There's no one else with him. Normally in the Six of Swords, there's somebody else like leading, like a spirit guide, even with this person. This person is completely alone and they're quite confident to travel to completely new lands with absolutely, you know, just the clothes on their back. It's a rebirth, Spirit's saying, and I'm seeing the phoenix rising now. You guys are in like a really, really, Spirit saying it's a pivotal moment. It's a pivotal cycle for you guys, Cancer. I'm actually a little bit annoyed at myself that I didn't recognize the significance of it at the time there when I was channeling it. What I'm seeing here is like this is a brand new day for you guys with that sunrise. This is something that has been spiritually, divinely orchestrated, led, and you followed the path is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you followed this pathway, and now Spirit is showing me like a rainbow and then a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay, they do want a card from this deck, just one then. Show me what this is. Excuse me. So the time machine. I'm hearing something about a grandfather clock. I'm also hearing something around like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and we did get like those the rabbit holes messages, didn't we? Look, internally, the disruption that you're going through, I would say to honor that. I would say to honor anything that's mentally clashing or arising for review at this point in time, because it does feel like you're going to be, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, nice. Spirit's saying you're actually going to be moving quite quickly through that. Yeah, so at this point in time, it's bothersome is what Spirit's saying. I love that word. That's cute. It's bothersome, yeah. But this major shift that's about to come into your life, experience and change your path's direction, be open and stay positive. There is something around this that's very quickly going to be brought into an alchemized state. There's something around this that's going to move very quickly, and then it puts you onto a different path. This is fucking lost energy. Okay, what else do I need to see for Cancer? Okay, so for some of you, sorry, I get really excited sometimes. For some of you, this has been something that you've worked at for a long, long time, and it does either pertain to other people or it will affect other people, or there's like kids involved or whatever the case may be for each and every one of you. what I'm getting is that for some of you, there has been like a delay. There has been something that was stalled, or perhaps something that took longer than you thought, or took more effort than you thought, or took more out of you spiritually and like at a soul level than what you thought. The way that this is coming through is like, it does feel like those drains on your energy were very much connected to other people and people that you care about. Yeah, people that matter to you. Yeah, so work through that in whatever way feels appropriate to you. There is something around things will not always be this way. The change is coming. Pay attention to the caterpillar. Yeah, when the caterpillar goes into that cocoon, it's very restricted, it's very tight, it's very mucky, and the caterpillar doesn't just like grow a nice set of wings in there. It literally disintegrates into mush in that space and then is reborn as something new. So that phoenix rising energy is again coming back through for you guys, where I do think that there is something that's happening here spiritually for you that's very much led. You're intuitively led. You know that this is the pathway for you. And I see you, like your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. You are supported through this, and you know this support is there. You know how to access it, and also you know how much like effort and dedication you've put into this. I see you being like very much aware of, yeah, see there's an emotional investment in this. I'm something around the white horses now. All right, let's go a layer deeper. Let's look at heart space and external relationships for my darling Cancers, please, Spirit. Show me. Sorry, I'm just going to make some more room. So you guys are making room for things, like you are. There's something around like making space or clearing space, or like refreshing it. You may have got this again last month even. I do feel like that was in last month's energy for you guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking my sweet ass time. You guys may be taking your sweet ass time with something and being quite happy to do so. Yeah, like don't rush. Like the spirit gave me this really great message last night in the shower. They were saying the soul is never in a rush. It's the human and it's the ego that's in a rush. And I really enjoyed that message. I did. It was a nice one. I thought, fuck, okay. So like that, yeah. And I feel like it was Taurus. So Taurus got this message of like, take a load off. Yeah. So the importance of like relaxation is very much highlighted at this given point in time. And like trusting in the journey as well, like trusting in the pace of the journey. That time machine is important too. You may be quite stressed at this point in time. You may be like fretting about how something's going to go or how it's going to pan out, or like, yeah, let's see what's happening here for Cancer, please, Spirit. Yeah, so you are stressed about your relationships. There is something that's like bothersome. I love that word, bothersome. There's something bothersome around your relationships at the moment. Show me the heart space and relationships portion for Cancer, please, Spirit. Heart space and relationships. Something around these lily flowers as well. Relationships. Your reading is so fucking intense, Cancer. All right, this is what I'm getting for you guys. Take this as it resonates for each of you. Leave what doesn't. What I'm getting for you guys is that some of you would like to leave a relationship. Some of you are very seriously considering like leaving some kind of relationship. You feel that you would be better off. You feel that there would be more peace, more. There is something around like wanting to like close, and it's risky, it's taking a chance. Yeah, there's something around this, like you can't stand things being this way. There is something around like perhaps your heart space is in a little state of like, Spirit saying like feeling neglected, like feeling like, God, I'm hearing that, it's a terrible song, but I'm hearing that Shannon Knoll song, What About Me? So there is something around like this really, Spirit saying it's like private pain for some of you. Like maybe a lot of people don't know about this, or there is no one to share this with, or like your partner doesn't accept or like appreciate your emotional state or pain, or like support you through that in the way that you would like to be supported. There is something as well coming through back around that February and the love thing. So like maybe there was like a disappointing Valentine's Day, or like a lot of false promises made on that day is what Spirit's saying to me, that like then didn't come to fruition. There is something here around like your heart space is very much prickly at this given point in time. It does feel like you're doing a lot of shadow work with the Karma card and the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Like you're very much in the thick of some kind of massive spiritual elevation or level up. And when, you know, as before you rise, you have to, you know, Spirit's saying descend. Yeah, there's like the peaks and valleys thing is coming through again, and this time machine energy, it may feel like you may be having some issues with time where like some days go really, really quick, and some cycles like you shed really quickly, and then others feel like they linger. Like some days might be feeling like they're like 72-hour days, and then other days like they're just gone and you don't really know what's happened to them. So that's the kind of energy that's coming through here with you guys, where it does feel like internally there's moves that you want to make, there's things that you're trying to alchemize, you're trying to bring into fruition, maybe even a reconciliation that you're trying to achieve. It doesn't feel like it's coming through in the way that you would like. It does feel like there's either a delay or there's some kind of crossed wires in the sense of communication. Maybe there was hasty communication, maybe there was some harsh communication. It does feel like this is a deep spiritual connection that you share with whoever this is externally to you. It does feel like it's very much someone that you give a share about this relationship. It's not something that you're going to just turn away from. Yeah, it's something that you're going to work at or are working at, from what I can see. It does feel like with this latest cycle, you may be retreating into a bit of a cave. Like you may be like feeling this need to, like, some of you're retreating into the cave in order to get the work done, is what Spirit's saying as a side note. But for others of you, maybe there's this feeling of like you've been deeply hurt by others in the very recent cycle, or you've felt let down by these people, or there's been something around like you not trusting in the support that is around you. So if you don't trust in the humans that are around you and supporting you, call in your angels, call in your ancestors, trust in the earth, trust in music, trust in yourself. Yeah, there are a million ways to support yourself through a really tough cycle. And I do see you guys like really moving through this quite diligently, but it's a hard cycle. So honor that path for yourself. Trust in your journey, trust in the challenges, trust in your accomplishments as well. Yeah, celebrate all of your successes, each and every one as they arise. Yeah, because there is something around, this is a risky cycle, or you're feeling like it's a risky cycle, like the moves that you're making, you're not 100% confident with them. So let that be whatever it needs to be. Yeah, if there's a nervousness or some kind of like a sense of trepidation, rather than being frustrated by that, get curious about it. Like, what is this that's arising for me, and why, and what can I learn from it? Is it something that actually should be a barrier for me? Or should this be something that, you know, I can, like a hurdle that you can just jump over at whatever given time and whatever given pace you would like to jump over it? Spirit saying externally to you, there is some kind of confusion. There is some kind of like a major decision that you're tossing up making. There is something that will affect externally to you, people that you care about, relationships that you've had for a long time, dynamics that have been long standing, or like confusion or disruption that's been there for a long time. I see you moving out of the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Swords into the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So there is going to be something beautiful at the completion of this cycle, but don't discredit the hard work that it's going to take to get there. Don't discredit all of the moves and the confusion and the things that are arising for you in that process. allow that process to be whatever it needs to be in order to gain the most that you can from it. Take your time with it. There is something around pleasure with a close friend. I do see you guys having a lot of support. Yeah, for some of you, like this relational issue that I'm seeing here, it's not so much with your person. Perhaps you and your person are rock solid and riding steady, spirit saying. Fucking love that message. But maybe it's like externally to you, like people that you work with, or like a family dynamic that really has been like a long-standing issue for you that's really bothersome. It's just bothersome. I love it. They keep coming through with that. This shift is astrologically supported, and the moves that you're making are very much, you know, supported by the universe. So be optimistic and stay true to your path, because from what I can see here, there is like spirit's showing me like a glitter pathway now, not like a it's like gold pavers, but there's glitter on top of the gold pavers, and then it goes to like a rainbow, and then there's like a leprechaun and like a pot of gold. So like, let that fucking be like your dream result. Yeah, shoot for the stars, land on the moon, something like that. There is a fresh start coming through for you guys. You are spiritually protected at this point in time, at any point in time, but like really lean back on that support when you feel, you know, alone or isolated in some way. Cancer, I really feel like your energy this month is like, you know, you're on the right track. You absolutely know that you're on the right track. There is more like a nervousness around it, or maybe like some of you are even like up working through the night, even is what Spirit's saying. But there is like a nervousness with how it's going to pan out. There is still some sense of you juggling, yeah, or still being like not entirely sure of how things are going to go. Maybe there's some elements that you're yeah, we did get that. I was going to say maybe there's some elements that you're having to get rid of in order to make space for this to come through. With the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, this does seem like it's something that you've worked at for a long time. It's something that you are absolutely dedicated to, and you see that it's going to be a success. For some of you, you're already starting to see the success of that, and that could be disruptive. For others of you, you get to see it, and that's why there's maybe this hesitation or this pause or this feeling of like, am I on the right pathway? There's this stagnancy period coming like to a close that perhaps has really like disheartened you in some way. So pay attention to that as that arises for each and every one of you. There is something coming through around like this 550, 540, 550 period of time. So like pay attention to that. It could be the AM with the sunrise here, but I did channel it as the PM. What else are we going to do for my darling Cancers? All right, I think I want to close out with, we'll go with the Alice in Wonderland, because we did get their messages about, I need to learn how to like do the lighting properly. Yeah, we got all those messages about like the rabbit holes and stuff. So follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. That's cute. What else do I need to see here for my darling Cancers? There is something about like having a full plate at the moment. Like, look how full my desk is at the moment. Like, I could barely shuffle. Like, there's something about having like maybe too much on your plate, or like being overwhelmed or like held back in some way, shape or form. I would say to honor that process, trust in the process, trust in the preventions that arise, because they will serve a purpose in some way. Yeah, so keeping up, immense effort, advance. And there is something about like, right, I think, did I get the grandfather clock in this reading? There was something about see the clock, it's like one of those pocket timepieces. And I did get this message about like a dapper and a suit and tie, like someone looking quite dapper in a suit and tie. So there is something about like the time. We've got the time machine there as well. All right, so promises that never came to be, empty words, not living in the now. So this reconciliation piece, yeah, if you're trying to reconcile with someone, don't keep looking back to the past, yeah? Like, you really have to like leave the past where it belongs and have a positive outlook towards the future. Be optimistic, be confident, but also, you know, you are the creator of your life. You co-create with the universe. If you want to have a happy life, choose happiness, is what Spirit's saying. And for some of you, it's really easy. For others of you, there's this like, for some of you, you're working through like quite a deep shadow wound that like takes time. Yeah, so be gentle with yourself. If happiness is not achievable for you, gentleness, kindness, self-love, compassion, all of these beautiful things can come into play in support of that. So 14, clock, time, pressure, in a rush. I would say to slow down. I would say to chill the fuck out. I would say to let life lead you down any pathways it needs to lead you down. And if you feel that there's like a lack of resources, or there's something that's like perhaps some kind of disruption with someone that you care about, or something that you really care about, that reconciliation piece will come into play. That pleasure with a close friend will come into play. So take your time through whatever the process this is. There is something. Why do I feel like I'm not getting it? Some of you may feel like you're not on the right track. That's probably what this message is, because I'm seeing this track thing here, yeah? And this feeling here of like playing catch up was actually coming through some of the other signs. Like you may feel like you're just not on time, or there's too much to do, or like there's too much on your plate, or like there's not enough support. So you are rare and free. There are not many like you. Growing up, wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. It's a weird one. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Choices, feeling blocked and restrained. Investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. So take your time, yeah, find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning. Something around, I keep getting this message about the fucking Cheshire cat, yeah, like about gritting like the Cheshire cat. So whatever's happening here for you guys, trust that like with as many low lows as you guys have been through, there will be as many, if not more, high highs that you guys get to experience in this lifetime. So trust in your path, trust in your journey. And like if you want to speed it up, like you guys did get the time machine here, so like utilize your own personal power, get in touch with like the spirit saying who you are and what you came here to do. And that feels like a really beautiful message to close out with, because like this forge don't follow piece was the biggest, strongest message in your channel messages. Like you are put on this planet at this point in time for a reason. Don't shy away from that. Don't be afraid of your personal power. Don't be afraid to exude that power in the way that you should. Like there is something around like spirit saying it's a lack of confidence as opposed to like a lack of having the right tools. Yeah, see, there's the Empress. You are keeping some secrets here. There is something that you're still trying to keep like under wraps, or feeling that you need to keep under wraps to a degree. So do that in whatever way feels appropriate for you. Like you will feel ready to present it, or present yourself, or to unveil this new version of yourself when the timing is right. So take your time with that. You may feel like there's like forces working against you, or that the universe is like spirit saying having a laugh. So let it, yeah, have a laugh with it. You can either fight against it, or you can flow with the energy, and you can like take the path of less resistance, spirit saying. That's nice. Okay, is there anything else that my darling Cancers need? Because we're only 50 minutes and we kind of breezed through this. So whatever, see, there is this energy of like you guys are going to breeze through whatever this is, but it's only upon completion that it's going to feel like a breeze, spirit saying, and I can vouch for that in many, many cases in my life. Like as I've been working through it, it's felt really, really hard. And then, you know, you get to the end and you're like, oh, that was easy. So yeah, pay attention to that as that arises for each of you this month, and be like, you know, remember you are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you on determined and on track as you work, steadily towards your goals. You are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. You are insightful, you are confident, you are supported. Be optimistic, my darling Cancers, because it's such a beautiful cycle. From what I can see, you guys are actually stepping into like spirit saying the word bliss. I was going to say like the fruits of your labor, like your hard work is about to pay off from what I can see. I will just take one or two from the Talisman Oracle. There's the Happiness, which is basically the Sun card. Anything else for my darlings? Okay, and then we'll take one from there. angels and ancestors, because I forgot that I brought that in for you guys as well. All right, so I'm seeing karmic justice at the bottom of the deck for you guys. The rebirth, beautiful. And courage. My job here is done. Wisdom at the bottom of the deck, you guys. Beautiful. All right, so shall I read these cards to you guys? All right, let's do that, because we haven't been here for very long, have we? All right, let's have a look. So, courage. Courage. This card represents courage, will, and determination. It will be through dealing with a new set of obstacles that you will make your most significant leap forward. We learn little from times of ease. The peaceful moments in life reward us for the hard work we've done, but those easy times don't give us the opportunity to show our perseverance and strength of character. You have what it takes to see the situation through to the end. Courage evolves and it can grow into compassion, patience, and forgiveness. Nevertheless, alongside the hard times in life, we can still see the joy and be present for all the goodness coming our way. I am strong is the affirmation with that one. Rebirth. Okay, so rebirth. This card could be very positive in a reading. The rebirth card symbolizes the end of one period and the beginning of another. This card could also represent the release of a bad habit, unhealthy attachment, struggle, or the end of a vicious cycle. The moth is born at the end of a period of painful growth, and it's now able to fly. Energy never dissipates, it only changes from one form to another. But if you resist leaving behind the old path, you may experience some distress. Try to see the positive energy coming at you and the opportunity you are being given. Leaving something behind and looking back could bring nostalgia and longing for the old days, but the future holds a different role for you. It's time to face it and start your new beginning. Beautiful. And happiness. Lush. And like if we had to do this, I would do like past, present, future. But yeah, I would say to just like try to use all of these cards all month to try and like keep you on track. So happiness, it's time to appreciate life with a bright and positive outlook. We all go through difficulties, but when the waters are finally still, we can fill our hearts with gratitude and radiate the joy from what we have accomplished. Cherish every moment and shine brightly. The flower in the center of this card is soaking up the abundant. Sunflowers are going to be a sign for you guys this month. The abundant positive energy from the two suns and forms nourishing and delightful seeds. Practicing mindfulness and inner gratitude can open a new world for you, full of compassion, love, clarity, and joy. Radiate your energy and share your gift with others. Receiving people's help can bring you as much happiness as helping others. Don't be surprised if the joy becomes contagious. I am grateful for life. And then we will do the bottom of the deck wisdom card because, yeah, this is such a beautiful reading for you guys, Cancer. I actually love this reading. It's probably one of my favorite readings that I've done thus far on the channel. So wisdom. The power of the mind has no limits. Wisdom is not only about having all the information and knowledge, but about applying what we know to our situation so that it adds meaning and promotes the common good. This card reminds you that it's time to live life in a way that builds the spirit. The octopus on this card is upside down and it invites you to look for alternative perspectives to broaden your vision. Sometimes all it takes to distance ourselves from the situation to see more clearly. Sometimes all it takes is to distance ourselves from the situation to see more clearly what's best for us and everyone we love. Your third eye is awakened and focused on the scene, so don't be afraid to look for a new viewpoint. I use the wisdom within. I was going to say I am the wisdom within. So that feels nice for you guys as well. Okay, Cancer, that was actually such a lush reading. If you guys, we will do the angels and ancestors, they said. If you guys are interested, that is the Talisman Oracle by Nora Pascaleva. I'm terrible with pronunciation. I apologize. It's actually one of my favorite decks. I love it so much. It's actually a private deck of mine that I've never really used in a reading before. Yeah, I don't even think I've used it for private readings, to be honest. Well, that's nice. Okay, so you guys are christening something this month. What do I need to see for darling Cancers, please, Spirit? Okay, so some of you guys might be doing like a hair change this month. There is something around hair. Excuse me. I'm like a lion, I can't. Something around like the paddle pop lion now. I don't know if like America has paddle pops. Do you guys, if those of you that are watching in America, can you tell me if you guys have paddle pop ice creams? Okay, my darlings, what do I need to see for Cancer? Okay, they want me to split it. Okay. All right, so the moon, take note of intuitive messages. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. Summer, bask in joy and light. Something around bees. And then the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. So something around movement is going to be important for you guys this month, but like not just like the movement that you're taking with whatever this is, something around like physically moving the body, yeah, and like being like, yeah, I need to move my rig. It needs to happen. Love and let yourself be loved is the last message for you guys, and I just love it so much. There we've got the 111 confirmation of that new beginning rolling in for you guys. I'm excited about this reading. This reading was a fucking vibe, Cancer. I love you guys. I hope you are having, you know, a lot of compassion and patience with yourself throughout this next cycle. Something around like Indigenous artwork. Spirit was saying tribal. I'm not entirely sure about. Yeah, specifically Indigenous artworks to whatever, any country, but I'm seeing Australian Indigenous Aboriginal artworks. Anything else that I need to see here for our darling Cancer? Any last closing out messages for our darlings here? Something around these kindred souls, yeah, and like really having courage this month. So be strong, be brave. Yeah, let your emotions have their place in the decision-making process, but don't be too hasty to like, yeah, discredit yourself or gaslight yourself in any way. I would very much say to like honor your path and trust that you, like, Spirit is holding your hand from what I can see, and they hold my hand through every step of my journey, and it's the most phenomenal chapter of my life ever. So pay attention to the support that's around you, lean on that, rely on that, and develop a relationship with the universe in a way that feels appropriate for you guys. Cancer, this was a vibe. You're a vibe. You're amazing. You're a beautiful, powerful goddess with the power of the lion. Yeah, so be strong, be brave. Goddess or God, as the case may be. Excuse me, gentlemen. There's not many men that watch me, but like for those of you that do, you don't have to be a goddess. You can be whatever you want. All right, I love yous, and let me know how that fits. Like, please let me know how that fits, because the more comments that I get, maybe this will like get out there to the other people that need to see it. I've got the shits a little bit about the YouTubey. I've got the shits about it because the algorithms, like something about an office as well, right? I keep hearing all this stuff about like an office, and I said I've been talking about like YouTube not liking my office setup, whatever. But then yeah, there is something around an office coming through for you guys. So yeah. All right, I love yous. I love ya. And rap music, Spirit saying as well. I'm hearing stuff around rap music. All right, I love ya. Love ya.